Hi everyone, this is Deborah Rose with the talk show out of lovely, beautiful, stunning Payson, Arizona. Behind the camera is Cameron Davis of Razor Thin Media. He is waving. This is his brainchild. There he goes. Our special guest today is Miss Courtney Spawn with the Payson Parks and Rec Division. We're going to get started here in just a couple of minutes. We're going to let the audience build. So if you'll please like, share, listen, and ask questions, we'd love to hear from you. So anyways, while we're letting the audience build, I just thought I would ask you a little bit about you. I hear you're a basketball star.
I don't know about star, but yeah, I grew up playing basketball my whole life, and then was fortunate enough to get a basketball scholarship to go play at college at the Division II and NAIA level. So
wow.
Been a big part of my life, and was actually fortunate about 2 years ago here in Payson to where I helped coach the Payson girls basketball team. I'm the junior varsity basketball coach here in town. So
awesome.
Great to be involved with that, and then kind of go the reverse cycle to help others develop and perform in the sport of basketball and just overall with high school kids. So
I wish more and more people would do that, because we have these gifts and talents, and I think it's critical that we reach back and we mentor and coach and hold accountable the younger generation so they can excel. There's so few people that are willing to do that, so thank you for doing that for our community. How's the JV basketball team doing?
Yeah, they're good. They're good. They're really, they're a great group of girls with the JV program. You usually have the cycle where you get kind of a new team every year. So when you have the chance to have them and teach them for a season, it's always a great opportunity to take advantage of, to not only help them with anything basketball related, but school or opportunities for growth, after college or after high school into college. So it's just been a really fun opportunity. I've enjoyed it to not only kind of give back to the community in that sense, but then also to be involved in a sport that I love to do. So it's been kind of a win-win, and gives me an excuse to get in the gym and shoot around and kind of look back on the glory days and tell them what I used to do if I can't do it anymore.
Glory days, I love it. I was telling you earlier, I was a basketball person too. I got a scholarship, not to a Division II school, but I did play against the Twin Towers out of Flint, Michigan. If I'm going way, way back. And it was impossible. They were identical twins, 6'2", phenomenal, and you just ate humble pie. There's just no getting around it. But anyways, we are talking to Courtney Spawn, who is the director at the Payson Town and Rec Department. You replaced the illustrious Cameron Davis in that position. How's that been, trying to fill his shoes?
It's been a year. Yeah, it's been a year of a lot of learning, but it's been a great experience, and I'm glad I get the opportunity to fulfill that role. Just actually came upon a year last week. So
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So
you survived.
I survived,
and I hear you're thriving. So we have so much to cover. There's so much going on. Cameron set a precedent of really bringing not only the Parks and Rec Department to a very high level, but also the tourism division as well. And some of those events that he created, you've just kind of carried on and developed, but you've also created some of your own, I understand. Why don't we start out by telling the public what new things that have come to the table since your arrival? And I believe you have an assistant named Lauren, correct? Or
Lauren Moore, she's our event center coordinator.
Okay.
So within our office, I serve in the role as the director, and then we also have Nelson Beck, who is our park supervisor, maintains all the parks and facilities within our department. We have Caprice Bachtel, she is the special event supervisor, and then Lauren Moore, like we said, she manages the event center and bringing event-ins there. We have Jason Waterman, he's the youth and adult sports coordinator. That was my previous position before, so he fulfilled that role. And then we have Savannah Barr, who is our executive assistant, who also has a great background in graphic and web design too.
Phenomenal. That's exciting. So tell us, I hear something about a national softball tournament that you guys landed. Talk to the public about what you've done there.
Yeah, so this summer we'll actually have 6 total tournaments coming into Payson. And out of 3 of those 6 are nationally recognized tournaments. One is a state-renowned tournament, and then the other ones are open invitational type tournaments, but all great for tourism and to bring attention to Payson. But we do have, coming up in July, we'll have the 12A Western National Girls Fast Pitch Tournament. So that's the first national tournament that we'll have in July, and so that's just great to, just kind of get Payson on the map. We'll have the 12B state, or actually 12B to 18U, the B state championships, also in July. And then we also have some senior national tournaments that we've been able to attract, the 40 and 50 nationals, which will also be in July. So we're going to go 3 straight weekends in July where we'll have the state B championship, the 40 and 50 plus national fast pitch senior championship, and then the following week the 12A Western national. So it'll be a lot of softball and a lot of activity the month of July on the park. And then in September we will have our National Softball Association End of Summer Madness tournament actually over on Labor Day this weekend. We used to have it the weekend after, but this year we're going to try to have it over Labor Day to bring another Labor Day softball tournament back to Payson. And then we'll have our own local senior softball classic that we get a lot of support from our local senior softball teams that participate here and travel all over the state. They help us put that on in September, and then in October we'll have the 60 plus national, it's a USA softball men's fast pitch national tournament. So all those things going on just from the tournament aspect. Yeah. So it's great recognition not only for Payson but also Rumsey Park and the quality of fields that we have over there.
We're going to need a huge concession stand, aren't we? Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Yep, a lot of opportunities for vendors to come out and enjoy some softball and provide some great amenities for all the people there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So what else do you want to tell us? I mean, we have a huge list. You have a little map. Do you want to show everyone what this is and what they can do in case we don't get to cover everything today? We want to be able to send people to what do you call that?
This is our 2019 Parks, Recreation, and Tourism event calendar and guide. Okay. So within this, we have all the information for the year that pertains to Parks, Recreation, and Tourism within our department. So these guides are available at the Parks and Recreation office. They're also available at Town Hall, and they're also available at the Visitor Center. That's also the Chamber of Commerce. So you can pick these up there, and they're also online as well at paysonrimcountry.com. So when you get these, the first thing you see when you open it up, you have the youth and adult sports schedule for the whole year for youth soccer programs, adult softball programs. Like you mentioned, coming up in May, one of our new things that we have coming up, we're going to be doing a adult co-ed kickball tournament in May. So
I can do that.
Yeah,
old people can do that.
Taking it back to the roots of the old recess games and letting people go out in the park and have a really good time.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so fun. How do you get signed up for that?
So you just come in, there's 2 options to register for all of our programs. You can either just go into the Parks and Recreation, or you can have in-office registration there, and we'll take care of you, or you can go online to paysonrimcountry.com, and we have a online registration link there too.
Is that free, or is there a small fee?
There's a team fee. It's about $200, a little bit, maybe a little over $200, but it equates to, you max out the team about 15 people. You want an average of 9 people on the field at a time, so you get 9 to 12 people to participate on your team, and it equates to about $10 to $15 per person when you get a team together.
That's incredible. Wow. So, kickball tournament. Oh my God, I love it.
Team Rose needs to happen.
Team Rose. Okay, it's official. I am now recruiting 15. Okay, I know I've got 9. I've got Michelle Nelson, the Payson Roundup, sitting to the right of me. She's nodding her head, yes. So anyone out there in Facebook land, give me a thumbs up if you want to be on Team Rose. We're in.
There you go.
Okay, there
Awesome.
we go. We got one team taken care of. Now,
Perfect.
what else?
So right when you open the page, it has the list of all of those opportunities that you can partake in, and that's really the whole point with all these, youth and adult sports, especially for the adult sports, just fun activities that not only businesses can get involved, but just a good excuse to go and recreate and be active for a day. So that's what you see when you first open it up. On the back, you'll have additional local events. So this lists all of our PATS hikes. So our Payson Area Trail System, we have guided hikes every month. So this lists which hike is going to be going on, the distance, what time they meet, and they usually just meet at the trailhead. We have a guide there to meet you, and it's a free trail hike. So you just go out there, get guided for free, learn little information about the hike as you go along, and circle on back. So all that information and dates are there. We're also having some fly fishing classes that we're going to offer throughout the year. First one coming up April 20th that Jim Strojan and the Payson Flycasters put on for us, and so that's a great event for adults to go out, and if you don't know how to fly fish, they'll teach you how, or if you're kind of beginner to experienced, they kind of hit all the nuances there, and it's really neat. They really break the class down to where they have an in-class session to teach you all the logistics of fly fishing, and then the afternoon session where they go and take you out to the lake for some live action. So
Don't you love living in Payson? Oh my God,
Yeah.
this is exciting.
you can just walk outside and fish.
So Maya Christman wants you to be on her team.
Maya, on her team?
That's what she
Oh, brother, arm wrestle. Let's arm wrestle, Maya. Okay,
Yeah, just
so
get your own team, and then you can
Yeah.
play against and really decide who has
okay,
the better
Maya,
team.
you're on. Maya and I have a team, obviously. So, okay, so what else? I mean, this is shocking. I mean, this is amazing. I don't know if many people know how prolific our Parks and Rec schedule is. I mean, there's so much to it. We have the Monster Mutter, right? Is that still happening this year?
Yes, June
When-
22nd.
June 22nd. So get ready, get fit, and get dirty. I mean, muddy. And then we have the concert series. So many people don't know about this. Can you talk a little bit about it?
Certainly. Yeah, so when you open up, it's the full calendar of events, and these are all of our special events, which the concert series fall under. So starting June 1st, or the first Saturday in June, rather, every Saturday from June through June and July, we offer free concerts at the park, at Green Valley Park. And it's every Saturday night from 7 to 9 p.m., and we have a bunch of different bands that come in, very different genres every week to give everybody a little bit different taste of music. And this year we're actually starting off with Soul DeVille, and they're multi-genre,
I love them.
country, blues. They're just a high energy band that they're awesome to go see. You might have seen them at Pinewood Tavern. They performed there a few times and other places locally, but they were willing to come up and join our concert series this year to kick
Thank you,
it
Soul
off.
DeVille. We love you. They are a phenomenal band. So good job on getting them.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about that. I'll be there with my chairs.
See there? Yep.
The Red Chair team is always there.
Yeah, but the concert series are always great because it's just a good excuse. We have the great weather in Payson to where at
Yes.
night it does actually cool down and you can
Yes.
enjoy the summer evening. So
Yes.
it's just a great opportunity every Saturday starting in June through July to just come out and hang out at the park and hear some great music.
Phenomenal. Good. What's one of your favorite events? What do you where's your heart and sense of pride when you look at this impressive list of what you do? Is there anything you want to especially touch?
Well, I mean, things that are anything that we can offer to the community to participate in. Like you said, there's a lot of things that we put on throughout a year, and the schedule looks, daunting at times with everything that we're doing. But any opportunity where if we can fit something in to provide another service to the community for them to come partake in, even to a kickball tournament, something like that, just something fun that we can throw out there for the community, it makes it all worth it. So my background, and before I took the director's position, I was the youth and adult sports coordinator. So anything that we can involve, to get the youth active and give them something to do in town, that kind of holds a special place in my heart to make sure that we continue to offer great and high quality youth programs for those in the community. So anything on that sense, but really all of our events, they have it's kind of their own, you're not doing the same thing every day. And that's one of the great things. You have events that are coming up that really get your focus, but once those are done, or even a month out, you're switching on to the next thing that's down the road. We're already right now working on the Payson Old Time Fiddle and Acoustic Celebration that happens in September. So we really have a lot of different things that are going on. And so really all of them have their unique nuances that make them special, that when you start seeing it all come together, it's really great. And then to see the final product.
Yeah. So. Talk about the children a little bit more. They have t-ball, they have baseball, they have soccer, and I believe there's swimming at the Taylor pool, the community pool. Can you touch base a little bit on the pool, when the pool's open, and what you're offering through swimming lessons and that kind of thing?
Of course. Yeah, so Taylor Pool will be open this summer. No plans on not opening the pool for the summer months as planned. If the pool has a different plan, of course, that's always...
If it springs a leak, you mean?
Yeah,
okay.
If the pool has its own temperament, so if the pool doesn't want to start, the pool doesn't want to start. But us as staff, we're fully prepared and planning to open Taylor Pool this summer, to have that amenity. So that'll actually, opening day will be Memorial Day, May 27th, and then it'll run through June 27th, or July 27th. So it'll run right up until that last Friday and Saturday before school starts for the school year. But yeah, we have swim lessons, and it's a great thing to offer swim lessons in a community, just to make sure kids are feel safe around water, and know, and just learning the basic skills for swimming. So we will be offering swim lessons. They will start the first week of June, and we have 4 sessions throughout the summer. So each session is a 2-week session. And they go for 4 weeks, usually Monday through Friday, for 2 weeks, and that's one session. And we have different levels, starting from parent to taught all the way up to level 5, so they can gradually progress through the sessions throughout the year. Or if they ended last year at a level 3, they can come in at a level 3 and go from there. So we have great opportunities. We have a great staff of lifeguards that teach those classes and are certified through the Red Cross to teach those classes for water safety.
That's good. And how much is that? I mean, what can a parent expect to pay for one child to do a 2-week lesson?
So for a 2-week lesson, like we said, they meet for 2 weeks, Monday through Thursday, and the classes are about an hour in length, 30 minutes to an hour in length. And for 2 weeks, it's $40 for a child to participate.
Yeah, that is cheap, and especially if it teaches them to survive in a swimming pool. Their life is very precious, so $40 is, I think, a good deal.
Yeah, and we're also looking into offering the world's largest swimming lesson this year. It's a program that's offered by the World Water Park Association, and it's just a date that they select throughout the summer. This year it's going to be June 20th, to where nationwide people open their pool to have the world's largest swimming lesson, to invite people for free to come to the pool, and you have one large session that teaches water safety and just a basic swimming lesson curriculum to really get the information out there of how to be safe in the water during the summertime and any time of the year. So we're looking into starting that program up here in Payson to be a part of that event, to offer a free offering for the community to go in and just have a lot of people at the pool to teach them some really neat.
And that's going to be this year, June 20th.
Correct.
At our pool. Phenomenal. I love it. What a great idea. You're full of great ideas. Tell us more.
Yeah, well, and on top of that too, with Taylor Pool, we also have a recreational swim team. So once kids 5 and up, even, they don't even have to be expert swimmers to join the swim team. And I think that's a lot of people's thought, is that, I must have to be the upper echelon to join swim team. That's not the case. It's a recreational swim team for ages 5 and up, to where if they have the basic skills, if they can float and make solid movements back up and back in the pool, then they would qualify for swim team. And the great thing with that, we're developing a great team of coaches to come on board to help with all the different age groups that are represented within that swim team. And they practice throughout the week, and then on Saturdays, Payson on occasion hosts meets where people from Show Low or people from the Valley, Sedona, they come to our pool. And we have swim meets here in town, and then they also have the opportunity on Saturdays to go to Cottonwood and go participate in their swim meets too. So we have a really good, solid group of of swim team athletes that have participated for many years. We're hoping to grow the program and get the information out on swim team to hopefully see that grow and get more kids involved.
Fantastic. Great job on that.
So Taylor Pool, so yeah, if this is the one thing we can take away from this, the pool will be open this summer, and we will be offering swim lessons and have a recreational swim team, so we're really excited about that. But really coming up soon, you'll start seeing a lot of activities at the park. You'll start seeing some activities out at the event center. We have all of our spring programs for youth soccer and our adult league softball starting. So starting in the month of April, you'll start seeing a lot of kids running around and with the weather, the park will be full once again with activities. Little league starting, the high school and middle school have programs that they utilize our fields for down there. So you'll start seeing a lot of activities down at the park. And then also at Green Valley Park, we have one new component this year as well, to where we are working with the Zane Grey Yacht Club. So
What?
yes,
What's the Zane Grey Yacht Club?
that's what I said initially.
Zane Grey
too.
never had a yacht.
So it's actually an RC sailing group. So if you go and walk down the park in the mornings, you'll usually see a group of gentlemen down on the far west side of the lake on the boat dock there with their RC sailboats that drive around the lake. So they actually have these.
Is that RC for remote control?
Correct.
Aha, I figured it out.
Correct. So we're actually going to be hosting some RC sailing regattas throughout the year that you'll be able to see. The first one's going to be on April 13th, to where this group has been traveling to other communities to participate, and so they want to take on the initiative to host an event here in Payson, and so the town has co-sponsored with them to put on an event at Green Valley Lake, and they'll be having the first RC regatta here on the 13th of April.
You are having them sign a waiver, right? Because Bernie and Goldie hang out there, and they may pick up one of those boats and take off with it, right?
Yeah, that's a risk they are willing to take.
You know who Bernie and Goldie are, right?
The Eagles.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yes.
You may lose a boat, just saying.
Yeah. People always come into the office wondering when are the Eagles going to be coming, and when are the Eagles going to be back? And unfortunately, they don't tell us when they're going to be coming and going, but they have been very frequent over there.
But you know
lately.
who knows?
Who's that?
Craig. DJ Craig, who is our resident photographer extraordinaire, at least at the lake there, who just knows everything about birds. We have like a bird sanctuary developing at Green Valley Lake, and it's fascinating. And he knows everything about every bird. So kudos to you, DJ Craig. Thank you for doing that.
He must be the eagle whisperer, because
He's
always there when they're there and gets fantastic shots of them.
Yeah,
so it's really great.
It's
to see.
Goldie's third birthday in April. He's letting the whole world know. So we have to have a birthday party down there for Goldie. I'm just kidding. But anyways, let's get back to the meat and potatoes of what you...
Changes on the mutter this year.
Oh yeah, mutter. There's a lot of changes.
Minor changes.
Minor?
Nothing too good. The structure too big. The structure's very good. It's a popular race. For a race to grow from 200 people to 1,200 people, in a 7-year span is pretty remarkable. So you don't really have to change a whole lot there.
Okay.
Mud and water, and tell people to run through it, and it's great. But this year it will be taking place June 22nd out of the Payson Event Center. That's Saturday. And what we've done, the Police First Fire, we've got a lot of feedback last year of the interest of wanting to get more people up to complete in the Police First Fire race that would usually be held on Friday. So this year we have actually dedicated a heat on the Saturday race. So instead of having it separate on Friday, we have dedicated a heat on Saturday, titled as the Hero Heat. And APS has actually been a great addition to that. It's going to be the APS Hero Heat, and it's for any emergency personnel, so not just police, fire, but any military, former active, police, fire, anybody that qualifies within the emergency services category. They have their own heat dedicated to them, and it's free of charge for them to participate.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
So
somebody says Team Rose! Exclamation point.
Who's that?
I think it's your sister.
All right, Sandy, come on.
you can come play kickball.
The mutter team.
Oh, I do eat mud. I think I'm Michelle Nelson said, if I do it, she'll do it.
All right.
Man, I better go start getting to the gym. This is really
So
inspiring
we've got 2
me.
mudder participants. We got a kickball team. We're doing
Get
great.
me out of here before I break a leg. Oh my God. How much is it?
So the mud run right now prices are at $60. So we actually had a price increment this year, and that was one of the new things. We have a pricing structure. So it started out when we first released registration in January. It was cheap price of $50 to participate, and then it gradually increased to $50 and $55, and so we'll have our next price increase actually on April 1st. So if you're looking at participating in the mud run, get registered this weekend, because then you'll save some money.
Do you need volunteers for that event? That is like huge. 1,200 people is not easy to manage. Like, what do you need from the community for people that can't maybe participate in it? How can they volunteer?
Yes, we definitely need volunteers for that event. Every obstacle that we have has volunteers at it to make sure that people, when they come up to the obstacle, the participants know either how to accomplish that obstacle, or if they want to go around it, what other things they can do to complete, if they don't want to do the obstacle that's in front of them. And so we always need volunteers to be at obstacles, to help with parking, to help at registration, to help with packet pickup, to help hand out medals. I mean, help at water stations. So we always need people. So if you want to be involved but you can't participate, come talk to us at the Parks and Rec office, and we definitely encourage people to come and be involved in those events, because the more we can involve the community in it, the more it benefits everybody in the end, and that's really the whole intent with all of our programs is, they're for the community, so however we can involve you, we want to do that.
And you know what, I'll always say this, I have to reiterate it. Payson, Arizona is the kindest, friendliest community I have ever had the honor and privilege of living in. And it shows in the heart of Payson. It shows in our tourism department. It shows in Parks and Rec. It shows in our government with our first responders, police department. And yes, I know I'm making a plug for Payson, but it's true. And I could talk to you for at least another hour. I know we're running out of time. So I want to wrap this up. Where can people go to get more information that may not be able to walk into your office? So 2 things. Where is Parks and Rec building? And where can they go online to get a lot more information, and so they can start joining kickball teams and softball teams and soccer teams and swim teams and all these great things that we've got going on?
Yes, so our office is located at 1000 West Country Club, which is, if you take Main Street, just go all the way down, and we're right on the main lake dock there. So our office is that office right on the corner, right across from Julia Randall Elementary School. So you can always access us there at the office. Our website is paysonrimcountry.com, and that has everything that we talked about, plus many, many more things that are on the website. You can go on to Facebook at Adventure Payson. Our Facebook page has a lot of information of things that are coming up. And then we also have Instagram at Adventure Payson as well, to where that is just flooded with great pictures when people are adventuring out in our community, to take some great pictures that just kind of gives you just the full, without even any content, just seeing all the pictures, it just really highlights Payson in a really great way.
And I will say too that Cameron has developed a huge, phenomenal website for Gila County, and it's discovergilacounty.com. He's actually developed day trips that people can plan, trips up to the Rim Country. We're 5,000 feet elevation. We live in the largest pine forest in America. For those of you who don't know, we have 4 seasons. It's a beautiful place, but there's a lot of valuable resources out there for you to plug into. You can always call Courtney. You can always call Cameron. I'm not going to give them your cell phone numbers. But I have one super, super, super important last question. Where can people get the fishing license, and what's the maximum catch per day at Green Valley Lake, and what kind of fish do they stock?
Perfect question. So to get a fishing license to fish at our community lakes here in town, you can go to Big 5 or Walmart, and they're the ones who distribute fishing license. I know Arizona Game and Fish, they're the ones who manage those lakes. So I know they're working on a way to get or have the ability to get your fishing license online too. So it limits, you arrive to the location, it's just easy to get your permit, and then you can show that you have that there. So fishing limits for the lake, it's 4 catfish, 4 trout, 2 bass, 10 sunfish. So there's really an outline guide on what type of fish you catch, on the limit that you can have. And the great thing is, in our office as well, we have a community fishing guidebook from Arizona Game and Fish that you can take, that has all the information not only on fishing license and at what age do you need a fishing license and what types of fishing license you can get, but it also has all the catch limits, the stocking schedule, and all the information you
And we
need.
do have a fair for children coming up in May. It's one of my favorites. It's the Wildlife Fair right at the lake, and they have fishing contests for kids, right?
Yes,
do you
that's
know
correct.
the date of that real
So,
quickly?
Yes, I do. And to make sure I don't say the wrong one, the Wildlife Festival is going to be on May 18th.
If you haven't been to that, you have to go. It's really remarkable. They bring in birds and snakes and all kinds of critters from our great state, and I'm just so excited. Do we have any questions, Cameron? No?
Nothing right now.
Okay.
And real quick on that line too, I'll just plug it in real quick. We also have the Kids Fishing Festival as well coming up in April. That's going to be on April 27th, to where kids can fish for free that day, and it's just a great opportunity again, like you said.
Lots of free stuff for families. So just wrapping up this phenomenal interview with you, Courtney. Thank you first for everything that you're doing. It's just exhausting listening to how many things you're working on. But then I understand how valuable that contribution is to our community. So thank you and your staff. Thank you to Cameron Davis, who has really set the standard, and thank you for fulfilling his shoes in such a magnificent way. There's just a plethora of information out there. So again, if you want, we are going to archive this show on my website at PaysonAZProperties.com. It will be archived on my Facebook business page, so you can always share, go back to it, look at it. And again, the 3 websites that they need to go to is PaysonRimCountry.com, AdventurePayson.com.
Adventure Payson on Facebook.
Oh,
and
Adventure Payson on Facebook, and then you can also go to DiscoverGilaCounty.com. So thank you for joining us today. It's been a pleasure. Have a great day, and thanks again, Courtney.
Yeah, thank you for having me.